Welcome to Global Information Security Society for Professionals of Pakistan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We'll start our session. This is a recorded session. So you haven't missed the invitation, but it is just a recorded session. The topic is Sysmon log collection and integration with Splunk. Okay, the objective is we will install Sysmon on a Windows machine. We will generate different process logs. We will collect those logs with Splunk and we will analyze the logs. What is Sysmon? Sysmon is short for System Monitor. It is part of SysInternals tool. It's a Windows service and also a device driver. Okay, once it is installed on a system, it will remain resident across system reboots to monitor and log system activity to the Windows event log. Why we need to maybe thinking why we need Sysmon, why we have the Windows event logs. So if you notice the Windows event log, you don't see much details. Like it doesn't give you much details about what process is loaded, what commands set, what command lines is using, and there are many information like that which is not available in the typical Windows log. Now in current situation when we have a lot of threats and a lot of threat actors are there which are manipulating files and injecting codes to the Windows files and launching different processes. So in such scenarios, Sysmon is a very good tool which can help you identify such processes which are on your system, which are hidden there, and which are trying to do malicious activity. It's not something which everybody uses, to be honest, but yes, a lot of organizations they are starting to deploy Sysmon and try to get different events from the Sysmon because it gives you very good information. We will show you what kind of information is provided. Okay, so it will be once we have the logs, it can be collected by event log collection. Our scope of the video is to use a SIM agent, which is Splunk Universal Forwarder. Okay, so as part of the session, I'll also show you how to download Splunk and install Splunk. Okay, so once logs are collected, they'll be analyzed by our SIM solution. Okay, and you can see I will also show you how to generate different type of activity and to get the logs. Action items. These are my action items for the session. First of all, download Sysmon and configure it. Then installation of Sysmon with configuration. It's actually the same things, but downloading is one part and the installation is like a second step. Then configuration. Then we generate logs via Atomic Red Team. Then we will review those logs or event viewer logs. Then we will download and deploy Splunk. We'll configure Splunk. We'll collect logs of Splunk. And then we'll review them. So definitely, this is something which is like an ongoing learning process. So I don't expect any of you to learn this like with 1 hour of session, you will learn everything. No, once you try your end, you may face issues and all that. But whenever you have issues, you can come back and listen to this session and see if maybe I mentioned something. I myself had a hard time doing many things. Okay, and there are some very, very tricky things which is nobody explains to you, but it happens. Okay, let's start. First step is download Sysmon and configuration. Okay, so we'll do that now. Okay, so this is the Sysmon website. Okay, I already have the link, and link is available in the email. So if you look here, you can see what's the version 13. This version 13.01, which is the latest one. It is released on 13 January, so it's pretty latest, 5 days old only. You can see the details here, capabilities, log process creation with full command line for both current and parent processes, records of hashes of process images using SHA-1, SHA-256 and MD5, includes the process UID. This is a screenshot, how it looks like, usage. Okay, all of this is there, how different commands, what is the event ID? 1 is process creation, event 2 ID 2 is process change, the file creation time, event ID 3 is a network connection, event ID 4 is a Sysmon service state change. So you can see different things here. Anyways, we'll just go ahead and download the Sysmon here. Okay, go to downloads. Actually, I downloaded it yesterday before also, so I have two of them. So this is the Sysmon available, Sysmon 2. Okay, you can check it out. I will open it with 7-zip, and yes, you can see the files. Let me It is extracted. Now there's one important thing you have to realize. Installing Sysmon is not a problem. You can I can write right now. Let's do it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we will install this one. Okay, I'll go to this path. I can use Sysmon or Sysmon 64. Let's use that because I have 64 bits, so I will use a 64 bit. Now for the command, okay, if you remember, I showed you the article just now. See the command is mentioned here. Okay, so this is the normal command. I have one extra hash here. Let me remove that extra hash. Okay, so if I install like this, it will give me with the default configuration. Okay, for now we'll go with that, so I can show you what is why I have to do the other one. So now we are going with the default one. So okay, it is already installed. We can go and check now. You will see Sysmon 64 is there now. Okay, and now let me show you how it will, what will happen. We'll close this one. I'll open event viewer. Okay, the path where the logs are stored is this application and services logs. It's going to take a while. Okay, Microsoft Windows. Sysmon operational. So you can start seeing different logs. Okay. So if we sort it by time, okay, now from the beginning, it's showing different processes. What process terminated, what process started. Event ID is 5 and 1, mostly so we see 5 and 1 and 12. Just the object edit. So let's look at the time frame. Ten 50 13. Okay. 10 12 0 5 10 11. I think this will be the first one actually when it is actually installed at 10:37. You can see it is installed, and then it is telling you the next first step is telling you how it is installed. See, even it gives it capture the whole command. Okay, then you can see the next stage, and you can see more stuff. So even if it is logging itself, what it is doing, it is also logging that part. So this is a good thing. So we will have a lot of logs here. You can see different logs here. Now, if you look here, you will see only few event ID. You will see event ID 5. You will see event ID 1, which is for the process created, 3 and 12 for the registry. So you see some limited one which is coming with the default. Now in the default setup, if I go back to again article, see, one thing you have to learn is you have to always read the articles in detail. So if you go and read the article, it mentions here very clearly that if you do the default setting, you will have no network monitoring. So if I have any application which is going to the network, it will not detect it. It will not do anything about that one. So what we don't want that, because if we have a malware, if we have a malicious software, and it is actually connecting to the network, it will not be captured there. So what we will do? So that's why we have to have a better configuration. Now let's do a quick test here. I have this atomic red team here. Okay, we'll run this command. This is a atomic is a test. Okay. Let's see. I'm running it the first time, to be honest, so we may face some issues. Did it work? Okay, let's check one thing here. Okay. Now we did this one. And if we check our logs, which is 1014 here. Okay, I have some old logs also because I installed it before. I should have cleared that one, but it's fine now. Whatever happens will happen. Let's see what we have now. This is old logs. Okay, so it detected it to some level. Yes, you can see here. Okay. Let's just check one thing, if the file is there or not. Okay, the file is there in this path. Okay. So I will run this again. So what's supposed to be happening here? Let's go and check in the Windows System 32. scrobj. Okay, so if you look here in the log, you can see the process ID, you can see the process, file version. You can see the hash, you can see the command.txt. Okay, but it doesn't tell us if it went to the network or not, or did something else or not. So we'll do one, we'll update the configuration and we'll try again in a few minutes. Now for the update the configuration, as I go back to my slide, we have two of these samples. We can use the Olaf Hartongs, or we can use the Swift on security. So I have checked both of them. Both of them are very good. So we'll use one of them. Let's go here. This is okay. This is the Olaf Hartong, and this is the other one is Sysmon. This one. Now that this is the beautiful part here. In the GitHub, if you don't know how to use it, will be a problem for you. Like for example, typical person will just right click it, save it, and try to use it. But if you do like this, it will not work because the file will be corrupted. If you double click this one, this is a better way. What you can do here, it is a bit lengthy what I use. Okay, I just go and copy the whole thing. This is not a recommended way, but this is a better, the safe way which I use myself. I'll show you one more way which we can try later. Okay, so up to here, we'll copy the whole thing. We'll open a notepad. put it here. We see the ended with Sysmon and starting with Sysmon. So we are good here. We'll just save it. In the downloads, I will say all files. I will say here Sysmon config 1.xml. Let's see. Sysmon config. I have one here, so I will put as 2. Okay, so here we go. We have the configuration file available here in the downloads. Okay, if I open this one, okay, it will not show good here. So I have to open Notepad Plus. Okay, now you can see it here. It has some details. You can see different stuff here. And you can see, like, for example, event ID 1, it says which processes to exclude. It says if you have all these processes, they should be excluded. Okay, but they're normal processes for different applications, Google, Edge. Now later, not at this stage, but later if you want to exclude something or include something, you can include here or exclude there. So you have to have Notepad++ or some other application like XML marker to modify the file. Don't do it with a Notepad. It may work, but you may face problem also. So I'll close this one. So we have everything here. So what we'll do now? Now we want to update the configuration. So we'll go and put the file here. Now I go back. If you remember this path, we'll go there now. Okay, here we go. Now we'll do again. Sysmon. Now, again, I will go back to the my source, which was this article. So if we don't, okay, so to change the configuration, we have to use -c. That's it. I knew, but I just wanted to show you. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the configuration file is updated already. So just to be sure, we'll go there and we will do we'll restart the service. Listen, it is not required actually, but I'm just doing it as extra. And I'll try something here. I'll say ping 8.8.8.8. I'll try something else also. I will say ns lookup. I will say gmail.com, google.com, abc.com. Nothing. Really? Okay. sss.com. Okay, nothing. So we get some logs. Let's see what do we got here. Now see here. See, we see the ns lookup. We can see my IP address. We can see the desktop, and we can see what I have done. Okay, here. See this one. This is again showing the ns lookup. This is something else. We have a new ping. This is my ping showing which way it is going and all that. I can make it bigger. So, okay, so you can see here the process created. Okay. TCP/IP ping command line. It gives you the command line, which is the parameter I use. And you see. So this is again, see, this come after the configuration. This is the DNS query on port 22. Also, event ID 22 is called. So you will see a lot of stuff like this. Now see, this is a next level of information which we are getting now. Now I want to collect the information. So for now, I will stop the session here. Okay, I will resume again in a few minutes and we will download Splunk and we will continue from there.